Hello, namaste, and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena, and today I will discuss about what are buffer overflow attacks, what are the root cause of it, and how to avoid buffer overflow. First of all, we need to understand what exactly is the buffer and how it works, and why we just need buffer. Okay, and why hackers are creating trouble with buffer and making it overflow and generate an attack. Okay, so first of all we will see what exactly is the buffer flow, how it works, and then I will discuss about what are the ways how hackers can perform attack over the buffer. Okay, when we run an application, programs, some softwares, it need to run some space, some memory. Okay, that memory is just temporary, and when the data stored in that memory transfer to a certain permanent storage, meantime the memory location which is holding that data, either just to run the applications or whatsoever the data inside it, then the buffer comes under the picture. Okay, generally it's a, we can say it's a RAM. Clear? And when we are running an application or any software, it just allocate a certain space to that particular application. Okay, and when another applications we run or any another software we run, another slot is allocated to application. For example, this is for application number 1 and this is for 2. Clear? Now hackers are just taking advantage of it because that buffers having certain address space and having address number on it. Clear? And hackers know, yes, this is this address space I'll get for my program to execute, and they entered the maximum limited allocated to that particular certain program. They just give uh, more than that. For example, you can see here in this picture 8 byte of data allocated to certain part, and when 2 more bytes it just give as a input for certain space, then where that data which was beyond the limit goes. For example, here is a allocated space for application number 1 is this one, but it is just giving input more than the data assigned to a certain space. So that data which is more than, it will just maybe just go to some other space which is allocated to different application. It's overwrite on it. It may crash down the second application or crash down the system as well. Now uh, question comes, why the hackers are using it, what they will get out of it. Clear? Without any logic they will not do anything. So what's the logic behind that, why they are making it as a buffer overflow attacks? They design certain programs. Okay, and uh, in that programs they know, yes, this is the space uh, will be allocated when we will execute our program, and uh, for example it's looking legitimate software. Clear? And they also embedded certain code which is malicious. When it will execute some another program which is malicious. Understand? Or it can be some pointer value which will direct towards the location where they stored some another program. Maybe on temp folder they have uh, dropped some malicious code, malicious software over there, and the uh, access part of this program will point towards that malicious code, and they will execute that certain software. Okay, in this way they will getting control over our system, and they can execute the malicious program, or they can disrupt the function of our computer. Okay, so where they can attack on stack, on a heap, which was just allocated for bigger programs which are demanding more memory space, that space allocated from the heap. Okay, the attack, this type of buffer flow attack can be algorithm attack or the format attack. Now what's the solution of that problem? Your mind will raise a question. Yes, okay, this is the problem. Why that problem is coming? Maximum of the operating system, whether that's Windows, Unix based, Linux based, Mac OS, those are designed in C, C++. Okay, and the handling of the buffer in this language is not too good. Okay, so that hackers are just taking advantage, whether that's running their own programs written in C languages or C++. Okay, or maybe just execute the programs in a way that will just buffer overflow. Now what's the solution? Solution can be, if this space having a certain fixed number, and hacker know it, yes, my program will get the space, certain space. Okay, if we just randomize it, okay, and we say on certain part, say for example here you can say on this part no executable code will execute. We can also use that, or at the time of designing, the developers can take care of these things. Security must be embedded at the time of designing, so that this problem may not overcome when the programs normally run over the OS. Okay, so there are different ways it can be avoidable first, and I cannot say it is completely avoidable, but still there are different methods which the programmers can use to design their program. Okay, so follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with your friends, group members, so that they will be able to understand what exactly is this buffer overflow attacks. Okay. See you in the next session. Namaste.